Hello all and welcome to the latest Sunday showcase here at Craftmania. Now today you've got myself, Jamie, and of course the wonderfully talented Laura.
Thank you.
Are you glad to be back?
Yes.
Now last week we did our very first Sunday showcase, and thanks to you guys the support and comments was off the charts, and we've been incredibly grateful to read all of your feedback and of course see how many of you have checked out on that incredible bundle. Now the good news is there is still some stock available, and there is of course that extended offer for you to take advantage of. So if you haven't seen last week's Sunday showcase, you might wish to go and check that out as well. Now our Sunday showcases are back and they are broadcasting live every Sunday morning at 9 AM. So if you'd like to join us at 9 AM on a Sunday morning on YouTube and Facebook, you will see this go out live. Now today we're going to be having a look at the very recently released John Next Door Haberdashery Collection. Now not only do we have some John dies to tease you with and tempt you with, we've of course got a couple of other options and items that we're going to share with you too. But should we start off by having a little look through this, Laura?
Yes.
Introducing them to what this wonderful little collection is, and then we'll talk discounts and prices and promotions afterwards. So we'll start off with our first die set. What are we going to be getting in this one, Laura?
This is like a swatch set. So in this one you get four different sizes of like a swatch. And there's a nice stitched edge to it as well. It's like of a, wow.
It's like pinky shears,
yeah,
isn't it?
pinky shears, that's it. That's what I was looking for. And then this one here is like a ribbon. So you can do some threading in between the holes.
Do we know what that's actually for in the haberdashery world? Because I have no idea.
I don't. I'm not a very haberdashery
I'm sure
person.
you're going to have to let us know in the comments. If
Yes.
you're more up on your habby than we are, what is this meant to represent? But to me, I'm with you. I'm seeing film strip edges.
Yes.
I'm seeing ribbon threading.
Definitely. That's what I've done in one of my samples. Then we've got 3 different sizes of bobbins as well, and they are very cute. I do like these. And then this, I believe, is you put a ribbon around it. It's like a ribbon holder.
It's a bobbin.
Yeah.
So you put your floss card.
There you go.
Yeah, you wrap your cords around it, your skeins, cottons.
Yeah.
I'll get there eventually. Like 17 words in, I'll get there.
You've convinced me. That's what that is.
And then this bit must be for you to cut a hole in the top of your
Yes.
bobbin if you want to, so you can put it onto like a ring binder. So
Yes.
actually, colour swatches.
Yes, you could.
Imagine doing all your colour swatches.
Do all your
on
inks.
them.
Yes, and paper. Because you could cut out a little sample of your paper. You can have your own little
rounded
swatch.
corners, nice little flippy bits.
Yeah.
Technical terms here.
Yes.
You could even, I reckon, die cut your little fabric swatch and stick that onto that if you wanted to.
Yep,
If you
definitely.
was doing like mixed media backgrounds with inks and bits and you wanted to kind of swatch them, that could work.
That could work.
Oh, I like this. We should have spoke before, shouldn't we? We should have come up with
We've come up with plenty of ideas.
Yeah. And then this little strip here, so that's kind of
I
the
think
same
that's
as this one.
yeah.
But we could turn that into a...
You could make it longer.
Yeah.
That
I
would
think
probably nest into...
This one doesn't look like it's got an edge around it, other than, of course, the edge around the square.
Yeah, that kind of cuts into your card rather than cuts out entirely.
So we could extend that off in any
Yes.
direction anyway, couldn't
Yeah.
we? So that could be as big or as small as we wanted. But
Yeah.
I'm seeing this one and thinking, well, we could take that round in a square quite easily.
Oh, yes.
Make little corner elements.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry, we're off on a tangent already, aren't we? This die set is $9.99, 11 dies within the set. You can, of course, purchase it individually if you wish to. It has 10% off along with all of our John Next Door dies, making this one $8.99. But of course, there is a bundle, and the bundle's got a bigger saving. So let's move on and share with you what die number 2 is. So what are we getting in this one, Laura?
This one looks like you're getting your mannequins or your sewing mannequins. And this one cuts out on the inside. So you have all your little squares free. So that it comes out more just like a lattice kind of effect, I suppose.
Okay.
Then this one is a solid, and it's a little bit bigger than this one. So you could put
That's nice, though, to make
that
a
one in
display.
front. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you've got a little scissors, and this tiny, tiny little dot goes straight into there. So you can change this, and you could even use that as a brad hole if you really wanted to. And you could attach to your card that way.
That's nifty.
And then you've got your sewing machine with a little bit of an embossed detail on there as well. And then this little one here has no edge, like you say with the other ones. And that cuts into the card, but cuts out your sewing. But it gives you a nice little stitched line.
So would that, I don't know if that would fit into that. Might just about, might not be. So you could go into your big one, you could go into your bobbin if you wanted to and have that cut into it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Okay, so that's at £9.99 recommended retail price, reduced to £8.99 again in this set, 5 dies. So we're up to 16 dies across those two sets so far. Then we move on to this little set. Now, what have we got in this one?
Oh, this is all your little bits, like your buttons.
They're cute. They're adorable.
These are very, very cute.
I want
very
them for the middles of flowers.
Oh, they would work really well for the middles of flowers, especially this little tiny one on your little flowers. Yes. You got one for every kind of size. I think these two are basically the same, and then these two are 2 different sizes.
What I love about a button though is you've got shabby chic, you've got babies, you've got that kind of nostalgic look to it as well, and you could cut that out of any patterned paper or card, couldn't you? To give you some really lovely little buttons.
Yep, and they're easy to colour as well, and they have like a little embossed detail as well.
Okay, liking them a lot.
Then you get 2 thimbles, 2 different sizes of thimbles. They cut out really lovely, and they give you a nice embossed detail. Then you've got ever so tiny little needles in this one. Then you've got some pins, different size of your pins, and you can colour the heads or put gems on the heads to make them like a glass one, or use glossy accents type stuff.
That would be nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Then they got some bigger needles, and in one of these, I think it's this one here, that cuts out that hole.
Okay, so the eye is actually cutting the needle, so you could thread through it.
Yes.
That's a nice idea.
And then you got your 2 little ones.
Okay.
Then you got a little tiny pair of scissors, and again you've got a tiny, it is ever so tiny, little dot there to put into the centre of your scissors on that one. These are very cute. I really like these pins.
They are very
Safety
adorable.
pins are very good. I really like them.
Not only the happy style, but we're going to shabby chic, we're going to baby cards. There's quite a lot. Steampunk, of course, yes. Steampunk would be perfect.
Yep. And then you got your pin cushion.
Okay.
I just cut this one out when I've done one example, and I've just coloured it in.
Okay.
In separates. But you can snip if you really want to, and then layer it as well.
You could also add in your own pins, either kind of around it or kind of into it, couldn't you, if you wanted to bulk it out? Or
that's quite a handy little one, that one.
I like that, because that's kind of a focal point within that set, isn't it?
Yes.
So this one, 12 dies, should be £7.99, but the reduced price currently is £7.19. So moving on, we go on to the 4th set from John himself with this collection. What's in this one?
This one is your yarn, or wool, whatever people like to call it, and you've got your bundle, or a ball, so it's already wrapped, and then you've got one with a little loose thread and then one with no loose thread.
I feel these are 2 different sizes. Pop a cat stamp with this.
Yes, that one definitely. Yes,
and that'd be cute.
These ones I've snipped into.
Okay.
And given it a separate band.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, can see that.
And then you've got your crochet hooks.
Yeah.
And then you've got your knitting needles.
Okay, that's lovely. I like this set. So this one again, 6 dies in here, but actually what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 components, because John often does this where he puts a couple of bits together, a bit like the previous one. We kind of told you the truth, that one's got 12 dies in it, but actually we don't just have 12 elements, because we've got 2 on that one, 3, 4 and 3. So lots of extra elements above that. That's just 12 pieces as such. So this one's 6 pieces. Recommended retail price £7.99. Offer price for this one £7.19. Now your bundle price for this is your 4 items in the main bundle. That should actually be recommended retail price £35.96. Your special offer price, if you wish to buy all of the items together, is £28.99. But do you know what? We thought week 2 of our Sunday showcases, let's go in with something even more impressive. So you've got your saving on your bundle, but if you go for your bundle, we're going to give you, completely free of charge, this mini expression die from Sue Wilson, which reads, "When life gives you scraps, make a quilt." Now, these things are not just thrown together here at Craftmania. This is, of course, all planned out because of that mini expression fits in perfectly with the collection, giving you the perfect sentiment to finish off all of your creations. So as you can see, this one is 1 die. Its recommended retail price is £6.99. Your offer price, if you do just wish to purchase that on its own, maybe you've already got the other bits and bobs and you just want to get your hands on that one, you can purchase it for £6.29. But it does mean your original recommended retail price goes up to a lofty £42-ish and comes down to a still saving at £28.99, giving you even more value for money. So it means you're saving close to £14 off of the recommended retail price of all of the items. So buy the bundle and get the mini expression completely free. Buy the bundle with 20% off, get the mini expression on top absolutely free. It couldn't be better than that, could it? It's probably the biggest saving we've actually bought you on one of these, and we'll be able to bring you on one of these for quite a while. So if you like the look of that, then of course you can pop onto the website and you'll find it on our designated YouTube channel. Or, of course, if you don't wish to go to the right page for it, you can just search the word Habby Bundle and that will come up and it will be available for you under that name. So Habby Bundle will bring this one up for you if that's what you would prefer to search for. So then, Laura, let's have a little look at some inspiration of what you've been creating with this, shall we? And then we'll do some demos as well.
Right, so the first card I've made is this one, and that is using, we could have brought that into show.
Nevertheless, it's not a problem. This is one of our lovely Sue Wilson dies. It's one of the slimline dies, and it's actually one that as kind of crafters we kind of see appear quite a lot, isn't it? Because it does give a landing area to all of these different size pieces. So we're talking about the framework element here, and as we say, it's in Sue Wilson's slimline collection. It is of course one that we have here, but do not fear, we might have forgot to bring one in to tell you more about it, but we'll pop it on that same page. So again, when you go onto the website, have a little look across the top, you'll see the tab that says YouTube. Give that a click and it will open up with all of our Sunday Showcase video pages. And when you open the one regarding to today, you will of course see the items, not only the bundle that we're talking about, but all of the other items that we bring in and mention throughout today's video. So we'll make sure that that one, the stitch line and the plain line and the scallop lines are all on there for you.
Yeah, so from this one I decided to use the sewing machine, and then I coloured in the pincushion.
How cute is that pincushion?
I know, it really is cute. I've used it a couple of times. And then I've used other little elements, cut them in mirror card and stuck them down, and I trimmed off the taller mannequin.
Yeah.
Just so he was just a little bit popped. Then I wrapped some cotton around the bobbins.
Now that is super cute. And I'm going to be honest, when we looked at that set, I was kind of drawn to the biggest one, but these little ones, they're adorable, aren't they?
They are. I really like the little ones. I did look at putting the big one on one of my other cards, and I thought, it might be a little bit too big for what I want it for. But these were ever so cute and dinky and kind of tied in quite well because you could put them two together.
I also really like the paper you've used in the reverse. We've got that coming up in your demo, haven't we? But that looks so luxurious in the background of this card. It really does set that whole fabric-y woven theme off, actually, doesn't it?
It really does.
I don't know if you're going to see that on your screen so easily, so I'm going to give it a little lift up, just so when we talk about it, when we get onto Laura's demos, you can see that it's been used in multiple places throughout the actual cards that Laura's been creating this week. That is lovely. That mirror card for the scissors and the thimble and the needles, that works so well.
It does.
You would honestly believe that these are proper needles and that they're proper safety pins.
I do like the safety pins.
That is such a cute idea. Okay, where are we going next?
Right, so the next one I used what we believe is the ribbon. I cut into the card and then wove the ribbon through on there.
That's very clever.
And then I used, again, the pincushion.
The pincushion. I like the obsession with the pincushion. It's cute.
And then here, I've used the needle and I stuck a little bit of thread through the needle.
That is brilliant.
And I've also cut into the card the sewing.
I like that. And this again, like here, if you wanted to, depending on your project and your layout, you could have added that in multiple places, couldn't you? And actually, you're showing here how you've chose to layer your papers on the top.
Yeah.
But you could have used the dies as apertures to cut this out instead into that pattern and sunk the items in it to match in with the sewing element. So it's really giving quite a lot of ideas, this card, on how different ways you could build up and kind of run with those.
Yes.
I like that. Beautiful.
Then I've used part of a newer collection.
Oh.
Sue's Windows.
Now that's rather clever, isn't it? So if you haven't seen Sue's Windows, we'll just bring these in for a little flash. These come out earlier this week. There is a whole collection that runs with them. There is, of course, a bundle that goes with this set as well. You'll find this on the same page on the website, or of course you can have a little look around if you prefer. But this, of course, is the 4-panel window by Sue that's just came out. And then actually with Sue's set, You've got all different elements to build up and create scenes within those windows or outside those windows, depending on which side you'd like to work with them. You've of course got flower boxes, you've got shutters to go on them as well. You've got a little scene to build on the inside of it, and you've got a little garden scene to go with that one as well. So to actually see this set being used completely on a different tangent in a different style, how lovely is that? Because I can see that you've brought in the table here.
Yeah, to pop the sewing machine on, because otherwise you can't have it floating midair.
No, we cannot. And it's a lovely looking little table. It fits perfectly in with that scene.
Yes.
But these mannequins, they are giving shop window vibes.
Yes.
These little haberdashery, what's the word I'm looking for, where you go for your alterations? Like a dry cleaners, but that isn't the word.
No.
It's got a name, I feel. It might come to me,
Yeah.
but it's giving that look. And I really like the way you've done your banner across the top here as well.
Yes, and I used the sewing again with some mirror card underneath to give it a little bit of shine, and I used the tiniest needles and pin just to put something at the edge. And in the inside, I also used the woven texture paper.
The paper's in there as well, isn't it? Oh,
yes.
Look at that. Under the mannequin. Very, very cute. I really like the open work on the mannequin.
I like the open work. I think that's a really nice idea.
You could even paper piece back into it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I did that, but I didn't do it on any of my examples. I had it lots. I played with it lots.
You enjoyed this collection. Okay, and where do we go from there?
Right, so from there, I decided, because I've started doing a little bit of a journal, I decided to play
a little bit of a journal. That's kind of an understatement. And when we look at this, you can see how beautiful your journal is. It gives a good idea. Now, this is proper fabric going on here, is it not?
Yes, it is proper fabric cut with the swatches.
I like that idea. So literally cut out proper fabric with these bits and then layered that into your journal. You've then got our free element, our free sentiment die coming in here as well. You've got your needles running through it as well. Your sewing machine's back at the forefront. And the little gold scissors, how cute are they?
I know, they are really cute. Also used a stamp for the stitching.
Oh, okay. Very, very
Yep.
clever.
And that's on the Norman.
Oh, the Norman.
The Norman.
The Norman.
Norman
We will chat Norman in a moment, I am sure. So if Laura would like to get ready for her demo, we'll just run through once again your actual bundle. So this is your bundle in its entirety. It should be $35.96. Forgetting that free die, because we haven't even included that in your recommended retail price. So $35.96 would buy you the 4 dies from John Next Door at recommended retail price. We're going to take that bundle down for you to $28.99. Then on top of that, that die in the centre there, worth $6.99, you're going to receive that completely free. That puts your recommended retail price up to the lofty area of around £42, but bringing it right the way down, all the way to $28.99 to bring you those 4 John Next Door dies and of course that mini expression from Sue Wilson. It's an incredible value bundle, and I have a feeling this one's going to fly off them shelves because it is one that I think you're going to find many, many, many uses for. Now, as always, you can, of course, pop in store and see us here at Craftmania, 5 Hewett Road, Great Yarmouth. We're located on Gapton Hall Industrial Estate. Or, of course, you can pop onto the website www.craftmaniacrafts.com. As always, your P&P is completely free anytime you spend over £15. So the minute you spend over £15, your UK P&P is completely free. If you wish to upgrade it to first class or you wish to spend less than £15, there is a like a flat rate under £15. But if you wish to upgrade to first class, then your P&P is capped at just £3.95. If you're watching us from around the world, welcome. It's lovely to have you with us. We, of course, will send these goodies to you. Your international shipping is capped at £10. And that basically means that however much that shipping costs, if it's over £10, we will pay the difference here at Craftmania for you. If it costs less than £10, which I'm going to be honest with you, it very rarely does, because the P&P is extortionate, especially when we start talking about going abroad. It's very, very, very rare. It is under £10, but if it is, by any miracle, it is under £10, we will actually refund the difference to you, making it that the most you will pay for international P&P is £10, but however lofty and high them figures get, we pay the rest of it for you. It's our way of trying to work with our international customers to just make it fair, make it a level playing field so that you can get your hands on these goodies too. And it doesn't matter whether you come in store, live in Australia, or in Galston. You're also going to receive your Inner Circle reward points. So for every £1 you spend, you're going to receive a point. The more points you collect, the bigger the savings become. I'll let you read more about that on the Inner Circle rewards point tab on the website, but it'll explain to you how you go up in tiers, and the higher the tiers are, the bigger the savings. So, okay, Laura, where are we going to begin?
Right.
What we're going to do first?
So the first one I'm going to demonstrate today is
This
Norman.
is cute.
I have a bit of an obsession with Normans. So with this one, I've used the knitted stencil as well from Woodware.
Okay, yep.
So I'm going to show you how I've put this one together. I'll pop them over there. Right, so bring in my card blank. We'll turn it over because it's a bit messy, card blank. Right, and then I just done a little bit of stenciling. Didn't want to have too of a heavy colour, so I just do it ever so lightly, just around the edge, because it's pointless doing the middle bit because I'm going to cover it up with paper.
I am very impressed that you colour coded your brush with your ink. That is very impressive.
I know.
I like the level of organisation.
That doesn't happen all the time, I can tell you now. They're not like that at home.
No.
No, I need to be a bit better organised. I need to buy some more, actually. It's kind of...
But I do love the coloured handles. It does keep us in
yes,
check, doesn't it?
Well,
it does kind of give us a route to...
I don't know how many people would admit to cleaning their brushes, to be fair.
Do you clean yours?
No, I tend to use blues for all blues. If I need to, like, wipe it off, I'll wipe it off on another bit of card until you can't really see the ink.
Yeah.
And then I'll use it if it's a lighter colour.
But it just creates a unique shade.
It does. It does create. You kind of need everything can be unique.
I'm very much with you. I'm not the most organised. I love the way you're moving this stencil around. That's a really great way to actually extend that to be whatever size you want it to be.
It is. Ta-da! And that one's
Beautiful.
done. Right, move that one out of the way. Take that ink out of the way. I don't need that one. Right, so my next layer. Guess what pad this is from?
Oh, so this is one of the Woodware pads as well. A lovely Woodware pad that we can bring to you as well. You'll find 10% off of the Woodware pads currently on the website too. There is hundreds of items, actually thousands of items that have our 10% off discount. I think we've become well known for having that off of all of your leading brands, and Woodware of course is one of those brands too, so it's very rare you're going to find a Woodware item that doesn't have 10% off already, and this of course is one of Francois Reed's more recent additions to the paper pad family, so you might wish to check that one out if you've not seen it before already.
Time to Party pad, if I remember rightly.
Oh, now you're just showing off that you remember the name.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm hoping it is now. I've said it.
We will pop it on the YouTube page for you on the website. So if you're not too sure, have a little look in there. And again, it'll be there with the other bits and bobs we're going to mention throughout today's show.
Right. Give it a little bit of foam to give it a little bit more height.
1 mil, 2 mil, I don't mind.
I've used 1 mil because I've used layering in this one quite a fair bit.
Okay.
So I've kept it so it's not too of a deep depth.
I'm with you. I never used 1 mil till recently.
I'm
obsessed with it.
I love 1 mil. That's really good. I do like 1 mil. Then I've used the woven texture paper from JRC.
I'll make a little pile.
You've made
and
a pile.
When Laura's finished her demo, we'll take you through a few of the items that Laura's been using.
And again, I've
to
just
give you some
raised
inspiration.
I just popped a couple of bits of foam on the back. 2, 3. I'm impressed I'm peeling this off without a pokey tool.
If you'd like a pokey tool, I can find you a pokey tool. Are you sure?
It's fine. I've done all right so far. We'll go with it. I may need one in a moment though. I just realised what else I've got to do, and I know I'm not going to be able to pick them bits up.
Do not fear. We have all sorts hidden in here just in case.
That's all right then, because I do think that one is going to be a bit trickier.
As if by magic, a pokey tool appears.
Fantastic. Right, so then the next piece I'm going to put on, once again, is foam taped, is the swatches again, and I've just gone over it with a little stencil, with a knitted stencil again.
That's cute.
And I've done that on 3, can't grab it, 3 different ones.
I like the way you've used the same stencil to bring in that pattern from the background right the way forward into the top. That's a really nice idea.
Yes, when I looked at the back of the card and it was really blank when I started layering up, and I was like, I'm not happy with this. It needs something. And I thought, oh, I've got that stencil that I used for the Christmas collection. I thought, I'll do that. I'll use that because that's like pearl. That's like woolen. Yeah. We'll use that. That will work perfect. Pop that there. And then...
I very rarely colour my card blanks. Very, very, very rarely.
I like to stencil my card blanks. But
I like it. I think it looks really good.
And it gives it something else. And it's not too... Well, you haven't got loads of layers of paper.
No.
And then you can still use... And it kind of saves you a little bit as well. If you can use your stencils for an edge, then that's great.
Yeah.
So that one.
No, I really like it. This is what I love about having you do these, because we see different ideas and different concepts and share different ideas, basically. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
And then
but I've learned that from you. That's something I'm going to take away from just today alone, how lovely that is to actually colour that. By stenciling it, it's less heavy.
Yes.
I'm not...
If you're worried away, if you have to send it.
Well, it's more, if I coloured my card base, I would normally stick a piece of card over it and it would, let's say, go lime green, for instance. Well, then that's suddenly very heavy. But actually, by stenciling it, you've still got quite a lot of white in there. So you kind of ties to what you imagine your card base to be, if that makes any sense at all.
Yes. And then I'm going to use the cut-out mannequin and just layer that one on top of there. Also, again, a little bit of foam pad. It was so good for a little slither, because you don't need much. Just to hold that bottom bit on, because the rest will be on the foam pads there, so it keeps it the same height. Okay.
You're getting very nifty with them scissors. I believe
I like
they're a
them
later
scissors.
Addition to your collection as well, are they not?
A couple of weeks ago, and I've finally used them, and I really do like them a lot.
You're giving ninja vibes with them. You're very sort of gone.
Yes. And I love how flexible they are.
Oh, are they that squidgy?
They're squidgy. They are really squidgy.
Squidgy they are. Oh, how cute. That elephant is.
They are. Oh, I must admit. I got the bigger ones as well.
Uh-huh.
Well, the next size up. I didn't get the biggest ones. That might have to be the next ones to buy.
Like them, they're cute.
But it is easier. I do find, because when I fussy cut, I find normal scissors, they can leave a mark on your finger and they can ache if you do a lot of fussy cutting.
Yes.
I don't tend to do lots and lots of fussy cutting, but I found with these, I could probably sit and cut a lot more because it's just more comfortable.
You're not fighting against the hard plastic, are you?
No.
It's squidging with you as you're doing it, and that's more.
Got to remember not to squeeze it too hard, though.
I like them.
Ooh, dropped it. Here we go. And lay you on there, like that. Just give it a second to grab. There we go. And then I've kind of cheated a little bit on this one.
Oh, confessions.
I've used double-sided sheets and cut them in, use them white, and then I've coloured them.
That's
and left them in, because then I can keep hold of them and keep an eye on where they actually are.
Whilst colouring them?
Whilst colouring them, and they don't move about the paper.
I like that idea.
So
basically you've made your own stickers?
Yes. I use it a lot, but this I'm going to have to put a little bit on because the indents on the back.
Okay.
It doesn't grab as well.
Yeah.
It grabs this bottom bit, but because you've embossed into it, haven't you?
Yeah, of course.
I might leave that out for a second, actually. Just don't lose the pin. Right, because that will be my luck. There we go. Pop that one on there like that. And then, again, from my little sheet, the tiny little scissors. And all I've done with these is I've coloured these in a silver pen.
They're so cute.
Rather than using the mirror, because I wanted this one to be a little bit softer.
I think the mirror might have distracted a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of want a little bit of a tarnish to them as well.
Yeah.
Not Not brand spanking new.
Yeah, more traditional kind of metal than
I just laid them ones across there.
Okay, looking very good.
Then
I like how at this stage, if you wanted, your free sentiment would fit pretty nicely on that tab if you wanted it to.
Definitely.
If you didn't want to add a Norman or you wanted it to be
if you're not a Norman person.
Possibly a little bit more mature maybe, or more traditional, or, you know, you could go off on that route, but actually Norman is gorgeous and does tick the boxes.
I do like Normans. So I used the Norman stamp by Francois Reed and I stamped it onto the texture paper. I don't know if you'd be able to see that very well.
Now this is something else I picked up from you a little while ago. Stamping onto textured paper and then colouring it. It gives such a lovely finish.
It does. The colour really comes through and it does look like a basket weave.
Yeah.
And you can really pick it up and it is lovely. And it is really nice to colour on as well. As you can tell from my little swatch.
We'll do that. I'll do a little patch test, make sure that we're on the right path.
Scissors are very sharp. So all I've done is just cover a little bit of a edge.
So I know you're a big Norman fan, as in like potentially one of the biggest Norman fans I've ever known. What's your favourite Norman?
I can't pick it.
Do you have a favourite?
I don't think I have a favourite. Oh God, no, I don't think I do. I must admit, when I've played about with them and stamped them, I do like the witch.
The witch?
Witchy Woo.
Yes.
And I have played with the Frankenstein one as well. Okay. Or the Mad Professor. I called him Frankenstein. I don't know why I called him Frankenstein.
Is this a darker love of Halloween coming through?
I do love Halloween. I don't like scary films. But I love the fact...
There's a big difference between scary films and Halloween. I feel Halloween can be quite fun and freeing.
Yes.
And
Hocus Pocus is my...
Yeah.
I like Hocus Pocus.
It can, of course, be, you know, Freddy Krueger.
No, thank you.
That
anything with children and ghosts and zombies, no. No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I remember when I first watched Game of Thrones and the walkers came on the screen, I had to go and put a cover over my front door because you've got a glass panel in my front door.
I don't think I've got that far into Game of Thrones.
That was the first episode.
Was it? I'm
pretty sure it was the first episode.
Of it.
No.
We put it on and turned it off pretty quickly. But I regret that because it's meant to be incredible. And I keep
until you get to the last season.
We need to go back and watch it, but we kind of put off quite quickly.
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad. We were eating dinner and there's a scene...
Probably not a wise thing to do whilst watching Game of Thrones.
Well, I didn't know that. And I have a feeling it was one of them that we put it on eating dinner and I was like, oh, hang on a minute, this is a bit grim. Turned it off and have never gone back, although everyone says, oh, it's brilliant, stick with it. We tend to only watch telly really when we eat food.
Yeah, that's not a good idea with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there's quite a few shows.
Also, don't get a favourite character with Game of Thrones either.
Okay, that's the tip, is it?
Yeah, so don't think, oh wow, that person, I like that person. No, don't.
Okay. Well, I'm a bit behind the story here, so one day I might catch up.
Oh, that's fine. I wouldn't worry so much. You've got plenty of time to catch up on it.
It's over though now, isn't it? It's over?
Yeah, the Game of Thrones trilogy is over, or the Game of Thrones series is over. Just snip that one off there.
Have they taken it off into different franchises then? Or have they?
House of Dragon is the prequel to when the Targaryens were in reign.
Look at you, you know it all. The who, the where.
I don't know, it took me a while to get into Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones, it took me a while to get into the House of Dragon.
Okay.
I think I had to watch the first episode like 3 times.
Is it kind of produced in the same way, same cast, or is it a very different story?
It's this different timeline. It's very much dragons were more... In Game of Thrones, there is no dragons for... I can't even remember how many seasons. But there was no dragons for a long while. And everyone was like, oh, there's going to be dragons. And everyone was really looking forward to the dragons. Okay. But the dragons didn't manifest at first. So I'm not going to cut this little tiny bit out because that'll be taking far too long.
And I don't think you need it.
No, because it kind of
on top of the same paper.
Yes.
You'd really have to study. It admittedly on your original looks beautiful the way you've cut it out.
Yes.
Very nice to see, but I don't think it's actually needed.
No. So what I now done with this one was then I foam padded him again, just so I give him a little bit more depth before he jumped out the page a bit.
Okay, so it sounds like I need to catch up with the old Game of Thrones world.
It's not too bad, I must admit. I'm looking forward to the next season of House of Dragon. I was sitting there watching it with my other half, and then we were like, oh, this is really good. When's the next season? 2 years. Are you what? Sorry? 2 years I've got to wait? Oh. It's out this year.
Okay. It's awful when you have to wait a long time to get the series back, isn't it?
That was the only problem with the Game of Thrones. Obviously, it's a massive thing.
We've this is a complete topic change in a sense or style. We've just started watching the new Dawn French comedy on BBC.
Oh, yes.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I've seen it advertised when I was catching up on the traitors.
It's a long time since I've properly laughed out loud at telly.
Oh.
And that has had me in stitches, like proper belly laughs. Pete was in a different room when I put it on, and he came through and he was like, what on earth are you watching? And so we started from the beginning. I just put it on to see if it was any good and if we'd like it while he was out the room. And I kind of got taken into it. And it's lovely. It's such a funny show. It really
I might have to try it then.
Yeah, very highly recommended. I can't remember what it's called. Something about a secret. But yeah, I'd love to know what you all think. Let us know if you've been watching either of them. Game of Thrones. What was your dragon one?
House of Dragons.
House of Dragons. Something along them lines. You'll have to let us know in the comments if these are shows you've been watching as well. Well, we've gone off on our
or
tangent.
any recommendations.
Oh, yes.
We'll take a recommendation.
Do you know what? I feel this is a problem in life. I blink and I miss a series. And a bit like you with Game of Thrones, then somebody will bring it up and they're like, oh, Game of Thrones. And I'm not even heard of it. Oh, I blinked and I missed it. There's so many channels now, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. You're on demand. And everything that you get now is that you can catch up on literally anything. You don't necessarily need to have you don't need to have Sky, really. You just get all your free stuff, don't you, from like your iPlayer and everything. Because I don't. Even if you don't, it's like
we've got a couple of the different streaming networks.
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep up with them all. And
there's so many.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got your ITVs and all that, and your Channel 4. I didn't realise Channel 4 had one until I wanted to watch the great. Was it Throwdown?
Oh, okay.
Pottery Throwdown.
Okay. And then you was catching up with that.
And I had to catch up on a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that's the sewing cut into a bit of card.
So again, you've got self-adhesive on the back of that, I'm guessing. No? So what have we put on the back?
That's just low-tack tape to hold it in place.
Okay.
So I don't lose, because how tiny these are.
Yeah.
I would lose them.
Kit, but actually, looking at that, that's a really nice way to keep them.
Yes.
That could be a stronger tape across the back.
Yes, if you want to do a stronger tape across the back, you can put your glitter through.
And give it like a glitter shadow. Oh,
yes.
That's a very nice idea. I like that.
So I'll pop a little bit of glue on here. This is where it gets fiddly. I'm actually quite impressed I picked that up. And pop that one. Started at the bottom to try and get all the sewing in, because the other day when I was making that card, I had to move things about a bit more.
Okay, well, there's no judgment. If you need to wiggle, we fully understand.
Definitely.
Single letters in a small footprint can be a little bit tricky.
And because I wanted to do them a different way as well.
Okay.
Obviously going downwards, I wanted to go down instead of going dead across. So
vertical sentiments are very on trend at the moment. I mean, it's a nice look, isn't it? It does take the eye from the top to the bottom of the card.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of a different focus, doesn't it?
I like how your card is like the world of haberdashery and sewing and kind of, do you know what I mean? It really encompasses that look of, I want to say chaos, not to anybody who's a sewer who's like, oh, what does he mean chaos? But you kind of, it's a bit like baking a cake, isn't it? You break a few eggs to get to the cake.
Yeah.
The cake doesn't just appear unless it comes to Giblin. And sewing to me is on that same level. There's a lot go into it. We have a lot of bits and pieces, and then at the end of it, we end up with a lovely garment or a lovely creation. Yes. And I feel your card is really encompassing that mindset of making and creating, which is actually, of course, for a creative, the most enjoyable part of it. We love it when it's done, but actually it's that magic you've captured of showing it under construction.
Yes, I must admit, this one, you could use this as a journal page or scrapbook page easily.
But you could, and you don't have to, it's beautiful as it is, but it could be a multi-fold card and you could have different elements run through it. You've only scratched the surface of the elements that are within this collection on this side, so it really shows how we could take that off into a much bigger panel if we wanted.
So that is my first demo.
Okay, and we would like to give away the cards that Laura creates today. So we, of course, have a cheeky little question for you to pop your answer to in the comments, wherever you're watching this, on our Facebook channel or on our YouTube channel. Doesn't matter, we will collate them all and we will pick one winner from a random generator. So our question for you guys this week to win the cards is, what's your all-time favourite John Next Door die? Now I know that we literally stock hundreds.
There's a lot.
There is a lot that we carry here at Craftmania, and pretty much all of them have 10% off recommended retail price. I don't think there are any exceptions, but there could be, but pretty much I believe all of them have got 10% off recommended retail. So if you do wish to go and check them out, if you don't yet have a John Next Door favourite die, maybe you've not heard of John Next Door before, I'm sure you have, he's got a huge following, but if you haven't, then you might wish to go and have a little look over them and see which is your favourite. I'm probably going to get this wrong. Because I'm terrible with names. I think my favourite is Tempus Fugit, which is the clock.
Oh, I like that.
I might have the wrong name.
I like the lantern.
Laura looked worried. Probably pronounced it wrong. Probably completely on the wrong path. But it's the clock one. If I'm on the right name or not, it's the clock one.
It's the clock one.
The clock
I'll
one.
have a look when I go in the shop.
The clock one. I love that one. I love that one. But the lanterns for you?
I like the lanterns because he's done other ones that you can go inside with the lanterns. So it's not just the lantern. You could use the lantern for Christmas. You could use it for other things as well. So I must admit.
I love a lantern.
Yeah. A little bit of mixed media could go into that. Make your own candles.
So that is your question. Your competition is now open and it will close at midnight on Wednesday, the 4th of February. We will then announce a winner on the Thursday, which will be the 5th of February. So you've got till midnight on Wednesday to get your comments in, letting us know which is your favourite John Next Door die. Now, it might be one of these. It could be one of the catalogue that we already have. It might be one from John's back catalogue from yesteryear, because John is very good at this. He kind of does one release-ish and then it kind of tails off and we don't see them again. So there may well be one that you've always kind of loved and gone back to time after time that's now been retired as such. So do just let us know. We'd love to know. So on Laura's demo, you see several things come in. Let's have a little look and see if we can show you a few of those other items while Laura gets set up for her next demo. So, of course, Norman featured heavily in this demo. This is the Norman stamp that Laura has been using. So you can see that we've got Norman, of course, main focal. We've got a spool full of love as the sentiment that goes with this. I'm so happy. A little stitch line and then some really cool buttons going around the design as well. This, of course, will be on that same page on the YouTube tab when you visit the website, which is www.craftmaniacraft.com. So you can find this under the YouTube tab along with all of the other bits. You can, of course, have a look on the Woodware brand page or under Francois Reed as a designer page. The recommended retail price for this one is £8.99. The offer price is £8.09. Laura also used this stencil as her background on the card and, of course, on top of the swatches as well. This is, again, designed by Francois Reed. It is one of our Woodware stencils. The recommended retail price for this one is £5.49. It is on offer at the moment at £4.94. I loved the way that Laura extended this. That really did show how easy that was to make up into a larger background if you need it to be. Then we have got the woven texture paper that Laura's been using throughout that demo, and of course some of the other cards you've seen already shared. This pack is a Jamie Rogers Crafts product. It's 10 sheets in it. It's 120 GSM. It's great for adding ink to and kind of highlighting. You can also go in with your waxes to highlight that texture if you prefer. And as Laura's demonstrated, it is great to stamp on. It really does have a beautiful woven look running through it. A little bit like parquet flooring, if you will. The recommended retail price for the pack is £4.99. The offer price is £4.49. Something else that Laura made incredible use of is, of course, the Polka Doodles blending brushes. Now, these come in a pack of 5 and they have got those coloured handles which do make it super easy to match up with your colours of ink. The recommended retail price for that little set is £9.99, but your offer price is just £8.99. Now I believe I've covered all of the additional items that Laura used pretty much, but of course her main focus was that big bundle. So your bundle, once again, just in case you've just tuned in, your bundle's recommended retail price is £35.96. That's for the 4 John Next Door dies. There is a bundle price of £28.99, saving you £6.97 off of the recommended retail price of them 4 John Next Door dies. But this being a super special Sunday showcase, we are going to give you, completely free of charge, the mini expression When Life Gives You Scraps, Make a Quilt by Sue Wilson. That has a recommended retail price of £6.99, actually meaning that you're receiving just shy of £42 worth of goodies for just £28.99. And don't forget, of course, if it's over £15, whatever it may be, whether you break those bundles down, just go for a couple of the little pieces we've been mentioning, or of course you go for that giant bundle. If it's over £15, you're going to receive free UK P&P. So you're not going to pay a penny to get that bundle to your door. So £42-ish worth of goodies, £28.99 including P&P. Okay, Laura, are we ready for our next demo?
Yes, just need them pens.
Pardon, sorry?
Just need them pens.
The pens? You want the pens?
Yes,
you
please.
want the pens? Shall we have them pens? Your pens?
Yes, I'll have them pens.
Them pens? She's trying to steal my new pens. You see it here. She was after the
Not
new
that I'm
ones.
angling for new pens.
Watch her. Okay, where are we going to begin with this one then?
Right, this one I created. It's quite a simple little card, but quite effective. Lots of layers, and I used a lot of the swatches again. And this time I bought in the wool bundles.
That is beautiful.
So, and I also brought in the crochet hooks because I don't crochet. But I know people that do. So with this one, I started off with my card blank. I use, once again, textured paper.
Have you ever been tempted to attempt crochet?
Yes, it lasted for all of maybe an hour and then stopped.
And then stopped.
And then stopped.
That was your moment and it passed quickly.
Oh, I was watching a tutorial
Okay.
on YouTube, but I got told this person was great. I was like, okay, I'll give it a go because my daughter wanted to crochet, so I thought, I'll try and do it.
Okay.
No, didn't work.
If you ever have the yearning again, talk to our dear Karen.
Karen, right, I'll
Karen
talk to Karen.
used to teach crochet lessons for us.
Maybe I could just give her
Lucy.
Lucy and she could teach Lucy.
You can't give away your
No,
child.
I can't give away my child. I would never give my daughter away, or
She's
my
a bit
son.
young for being given away.
Yes.
Michael, he's old enough.
No, I don't know. He
Well,
might have something to say about it being given
He's
away.
over
but
18, isn't he?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's
He's
17.
still a minor. I always get this wrong. I always think he's 19. I don't know why. I tell you this all the time, don't I?
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't give away minors.
No.
That's not allowed.
I can't give them away.
Sorry, no.
Right. So on these ones, the little tiny swatches, I just gave them a little bit of depth with a little bit of ink on the edges, just to change the colour, so it weren't all like cream on cream, white. You can go as light or dark as you want with this one. Oh, get back that way.
Excuse me, Laura. Mm-hmm. Is this a yellow brush being used for greening?
Yeah, I knew you were going to pick that up.
A yellow brush? Greening?
Yeah,
What's
see,
going on?
told you, the organisation. It's not that.
I
Not
was
so
so
great.
impressed
It was.
first time round, and now what's going on? Contamination.
Then I just put the little swatch on.
But of course, you can wash your brushes through. It
Yeah,
doesn't really
you
make
can.
a lot of difference.
You can get a cheapy little silicone brush cleaner that you can put on your fingers and scrub your brushes.
Can you now?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't remember where from though. Not for the life of me. Right.
But it is lovely to be able to see that actually you might even just go in with that colour knowing that yellow is the one you're using for that colour in your project. It doesn't always have to coordinate. It's not always the end of the world if it doesn't. It's more trying to keep it fresh in your memory that that's the one that's for that colour, whether it's right or wrong. I use these quite a lot with metallic ink pads, and then of course, you know, they don't always match shade for shade, but it doesn't matter. I know that the yellow is going to be for the silver, for instance, and that's all.
With my one, I used a metallic ink, but then I put it straight back into the pot where I have them. I just grabbed them to use it with a normal distress ink. So it had a shine to the distress ink, and I was really, really surprised happy accident. They don't
yeah.
happen very often. You're going to be upset again because
But it's like that.
sealers preserves is not going to be.
You can, of course, take your ink, you can put it out onto here, you can put your metallic ink out next to it and then blend the two together, and then you can end up with a metallic distress ink if that's something you want to do. So yeah, lovely idea. But of course on your brush works just as well.
Yeah, I'll just do this again.
I love how you've highlighted that paper.
I love this
that
paper.
That weave comes through so nice.
I really like this paper. I really do. It did get used quite often. Very often. And that one. And then layer this one onto here. And then I cut out the balls of wool in white and in purple for this one. Though, to get the little band, if I show you on one I've done earlier, to get the little band, all I've done is snip, get it right, cut my end off, cut my end off again. So it gives you the little tiny band, and I think, if I remember rightly, I did double-sided these.
I'd like a shaker card filled full of balls of wool.
That would be good.
They're the right kind of
They
size,
are.
aren't they?
A bigger element to go in your shaker card.
Yeah. I think that could make a really cool little kind of shaker effect.
They would. I do like the idea of that. See?
I'm not very good with shaker cards, mostly because the things fly out of them and I'm always worried I'm going to take out somebody's eye.
I did do
but
one
a ball
shaker
of wool,
card.
I think, would work quite nicely.
I did do one shaker card. Somebody asked me to make a card for them. And well...
I'm being nosy now. I just wanted to check something. They are symmetrical, aren't they? So you could even put them back to back.
Yeah.
So even if they flipped in your shaker card, it's not going to matter. You're still going to have it covered.
Deep shaker card.
Yeah, but even if...
But if it did. But then saying these ones are a bit more thinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I created the band across for these.
I like them.
Oh, you really like these?
That's very, very cute. You could put numbers on them for birthdays.
Yes, or you could do initials.
Initials are nice, yeah. A little bit of script stamp maybe if you just wanted them to be general. Or plain. Plain's lovely.
Yeah. I must admit, these are lovely. And you could even do these in the texture paper or in your other texture paper.
Fancy backgrounds. Look like some of the patterned yarns that we carry.
Yes. Oh, they're gorgeous, they are. Someone said to me today, she'd be happy just to stay in the shop. Should just live
in the shop.
Yeah, just
so
live
like
in the
night
shop.
In the museum-esque stay in.
Yeah.
It is a lovely place to be.
I just walk in the door and she went, oh, I was like, oh, hello. We've got someone here who's a very big crafter and is very happy to be here.
We like that.
This.
It's one of the nicest bits about our new store is seeing how excited people are.
They are. People are so excited to come in. It's really lovely to see. Right, and then this one. We
haven't had this chat, Laura, but one of the most touching things that I've loved about the store is how many people have come in and said thank you.
Yes.
Not because I want their gratitude, not because of we want that attention, but how touched they are and pleased they are to see the store and to see what it is. And it's not finished yet. We've still got a way to go. It will always be growing. It's when I have conversations like this that I always try to quote Walt Disney, and I think I'd probably aggravate him every time I attempt because I don't think I ever get it right. But he once said a quote about Disneyland somewhere along the lines of, it'll never be finished, it's always evolving, it's always growing, and if it was to stop, it would die. It was kind of like the gist of what he was saying.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near his words. At all. But it always sticks with me. To me, that's truth in so many ways, and a business and a company has to do the same, but we're not moving forward, we're stagnating.
Yes.
So Craftmania certainly has a lot more growth ahead of it, I'd like to hope and think, and with your guys' support we'll certainly attempt to do so. But actually to see where it is at the moment with its new store and to see how excited people are coming into it is absolutely lovely.
It is really
so
nice.
So thank you all for your support.
It is nice. It's a joy to work in as well because you get ideas from everyone. It's nice to talk to other people and see their take on different crafts as well and what they like to do. And it is genuinely lovely.
But always, if you're sat at home thinking, well, that's no good, I can't make it in store, I live in Bognor Regis, I'm miles from Great Yarmouth, I think. I'm never too sure, but I think that's the way away, isn't it?
That's a way away.
Failed geography. But if you are a way away, do not fear. That is exactly why we bring you videos like this. This is exactly why we have our group Create with Craftmania. You know, I know it's not the same as popping in and talking to Laura, but it is a place and space that you can come and talk to us and interact with like-minded crafters.
Yes. And the sentiment I'm using on this one is to a very special friend, which may happen to be from a Jamie Rogers Crafts.
That it is. But again, you could have used your free die if you wanted to, your When Life Gives You Scraps.
Yep, that would have fit in there. If you titivate these zones a little bit more, then you would have could have got it in there easily.
Yeah.
Right, and then...
But this is what I love about this collection. It could go off in so many different tangents.
Yes.
And it could be for everybody.
On these ones, I have actually managed to sink in the tiniest little dot.
Cute.
And I use double-sided tape on the back.
Lovely.
Just to... Oh, that's where this one might come in handy.
And it's funny, actually, when we were talking about Lucy earlier and doing her crocheting or attempting to do crochet, it just shows how this collection resonates to all ages, doesn't it? All ages, all sexes, all walks of life are going to enjoy this collection. It's going to fit for everybody somewhere in some way.
Yeah.
And that's what I love.
I have seen in the store a lot of younger generation, because obviously everyone seems to associate knitting with the older generation.
Absolutely not.
But I've seen so many younger people coming in asking for wool and certain types of wool. And
Do you know what did it? YouTube. YouTube and TikTok and all of these things. In my mind, as a dinosaur myself, I think that's where it's come from. But we've passed it on. I think there was a time where that kind of skipped over a little bit to some people, not everybody, but some people. And now I feel like those kind of online platforms have really educated a whole new...
Because some people might not had a relative that knitted or sew or crochet. I was lucky, I am lucky enough, my nanny knit.
Yeah.
But I don't knit. We decided to go the baking route instead.
Yeah. Well, again, we all kind of pick our paths, don't we? And for me, it was papercraft.
And my nanny's best friend crocheted.
Okay.
So I kind of had the two to learn from. Just, I couldn't do the crochet.
I've always wanted to be able to work with fabric and knit and bits like that. It's not something I've particularly ever mastered, but I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
I think the ability to be able to take fabric or a ball of wool and go, do you know what, I'm not going to go and search around every shop and try and find a jumper I like the look of that actually fits my lumps and bumps. I'm going to make one that fits my lumps and bumps. I think that's amazing. Or curtains. Yeah. You know, the idea that you can go in and go, well, actually, I'm going to have that fabric and make my curtains.
There's a young lad who'd done it all. He was making, I think it's his own hats. He taught himself how to make hats, and he was Lucy's age.
Okay.
And he made his own hats.
Bit of millinery.
Yeah, and then somebody else also done their own jumpers, and they bought one of the big Aran balls.
Okay.
And they're making their own jumper.
I love that.
And I was just like, I can't believe you made that. And he was like, yeah, he's so proud. And I would be if I could make anything like that.
Yeah.
Right, for this one, I've cut it again on the white. And what I've done is just used alcohol markers to get the colour I want. So if you haven't got every colour under the sun, but you have alcohol markers, you do.
And what a great way to use up your scraps.
Yes. These are all little bits of scraps.
Yeah, you can see that from the kind of edges of them. And that's what we need though, isn't it? That's money that you've spent on a product that if we don't get something out of it, it's kind of a waste. So use it.
Yep, I've got a big box of scraps.
But just to go back a bit, you said about your guy and how you felt that he'd done amazing and how you'd feel so proud if you made that. I don't know your guy in question.
No.
But in general, I should imagine that he does his knitting and his millinery, if that was the same person. He probably doesn't card make. If he come in and see that you'd made this and you said, I've made this, he would be super impressed with that. And I think sometimes we forget that actually we've all got our own superpowers.
Oh, yes.
And your superpower is card making. So don't be too disheartened that you might not be able to knit a jumper just yet. Maybe that'll come down the line. But at the moment, do what you're brilliant at, which is this.
Yeah, and then what I've done with this one is to give the needle, I've just popped that and layered that just on top. So I've now got a
Beautiful.
silver hook. Or you could
Love
do it
that.
vice versa and cut the handle off and stick it on the silver. It depends on whichever way you want. So then that is my crochet hooks.
Love that idea.
And then I just got to peel it off. And I'm going to lay that one.
I also really like
slightly
your
underneath.
self-adhesive sheet trick that you've been doing here. I think we're going to have to add them onto the same page on
Yes.
the website. So if you don't already have self-adhesive sheets in your collection and you're not too sure what Laura's been using, we'll put in the self-adhesive sheets onto that page for you as well so you can see what they are.
So easier.
It just makes it so simple, doesn't it?
It does. And then if you have to go to a craft club as well and you don't want to take all your dies and you can pre-cut everything, then you can using your sheets because I just sit in there and I can pop it in a little envelope.
Perfect.
And then take it with me. So I haven't got to take all my dies with me.
Love it.
Right, and that is my second demo.
I love
All
it.
done.
Absolutely love it. Very, very cute indeed. So again, with this one, Laura's been focusing on, of course, the main bundle, which is, of course, what we're talking about today. This is your Haberdashery Collection by John Next Door. Your recommended retail price for the 4 main dies that you can see on your screen is £35.96. You can, of course, buy them individually with 10% off. You can, of course, come in and get the bundle. The bundle has a 20% off-ish saving, approximately, making it £28.99. If you do choose to go for the bundle, we are also going to give you the Creative Expressions Mini Expression die set from Sue Wilson that you can see on your screens, completely free. The recommended retail price for that die line is £6.99. That takes your bundle value up to nearly £42 and your cost price for it at £28.99. Now, of course, that also qualifies you for free UK P&P because it's over £15. So you can have everything you see on your screen delivered to you for just £28.99. Now, if we do a quick run through those dies once again, we will show you in a little bit more detail of what you're going to be getting within them. So you've got this set here with 11 dies in it, giving you your swatches, your bobbins, your threading elements. We've then got this set here with 5 dies in it, giving you your mannequins, your sewing machines, your scissors, and of course that all-important sewing word that Laura put to such good use on card number 1. Then we've of course got the pins that you've seen come in on card number 1, as well as the little scissors, the thimbles too, and of course all of these extra bits. The buttons, I see Laura's resisted the temptation to use these. They're one of my favourite elements, but this is what I love about how we look at sets in different ways, and that's what it's all about. So you might spot something on here where you go, well, actually, do you know what? Neither of them have mentioned X, Y, or Z. To me, that's what that set's all about.
They were meant to go on my journal page.
Oh, were they? Okay.
I was going to
judgment.
sew them on my journal page.
Was you?
Yes, because they cut the holes out.
Of course, they're proper little...
Yes, I was going to properly sew them on, and I completely forgot.
No judgment, no problem. But it is interesting. There's so many components that it's very hard to fit something with every single element into every part of what we're doing and showing you today. But hopefully we've given you a good overview of the collection. Then our last one, of course, is our knitting bits and bobs. So we've got our crochet hooks and knitting pins, and of course those different balls of yarn, wool, whatever you wish to call them. 6 dies in that set, and that's going to give you all of those components. So 6 dies in this one, 12 in that one, so we're up to 18, 23 with this one, and that one's going to make us 34 different components. But as we mentioned earlier, one die may contain multiple pieces like these ones here. So 34 is your standing point or your start point. Actually, component wise, it's going to be a little bit higher than that throughout the set, but you're going to be getting over 34 dies for just £28.99. And then of course you're going to receive your free mini expressions. You cannot go wrong with this bundle, and I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of fun creating with it. And if you do, we are very nosy, and we would like to see what you've been getting up to with it.
Definitely.
So once you've got your hands on it, you can of course share your happy mail picture with us, or whether you come in store and collect it, we'd love to see a picture of that as well. You can pop your pictures up on the Create with Craftmania group, and then once you've been creating with it, we'd love to see what you've been making. So once again, pop on that group and share with us what you've been doing. That group is your space. It's literally there for you guys to share with us what you've been up to. On our main Craftmania page, that's where we are. That's where we share what we've been up to. So the group is your space to kind of explore and share and inspire each other. So if you haven't already found the Create Craftmania group, do please go and join it. And of course, join in the chats, join in the shares, and make yourself at home, because that's what it's all about. Now, just to clarify, where can you get your hands on all of these goodies? You can, of course, find them in store here at Craftmania, which is located at 5 Hewett Road, Captain Hall Industrial Estate, Great Yarmouth, Norfolk. Or, of course, you can pop onto our website, www.craftmaniacrafts.com. Once you've gone on there, all of the items that we've covered in today's video will be under the YouTube tab. So if you give that a little click, even a couple of bits that I forgot to bring in, such as like the marker pens that Laura was using, they'll all be on that tab for you. And you can check out all of the pieces, the blending mats, the brushes, everything that we've covered will be on there. So you don't have to go searching around if you don't want to. But of course, if you'd like to, there are over 10,000 items on the Craftmania website. So you could get yourself a cup of tea and have a little look around, because it's certainly going to keep you entertained for a while. Once you've found the items you would like, then of course proceed to checkout. Once you're there, you're going to be able to qualify for that free UK P&P we mentioned if you've spent over £15 and you're within the UK. Or of course you can go for that capped international postage at just £10 if you'd like us to send these goodies to you around the world. When you are checking out, of course, you're going to join our Inner Circle rewards system or point scheme. That means for every £1 you spend, you're going to receive a point. The more points you collect, the higher up the tiers you go. The higher the tiers, the bigger the rewards. If you have any questions about any of the bits we've mentioned today, then please don't hesitate to let us know in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. One last thing, don't forget to enter the competition to receive Laura's cards. We will send out both of the cards that Laura has created today, and that of course includes free P&P to wherever you are in the world. So if you're sat in Australia and thinking, I can't enter, that's not open to me, absolutely, of course it is. Wherever you may be, join in with our question and we will pick one lucky winner to have them sent out to you wherever you may be. So your question this week is, what's your all-time favourite John Next Door die? Now that might be a current one or a retired one. It doesn't matter. We'd just like to know what one your favourite is. So pop that in the comments and we'll do our best to pick a winner and announce it on Thursday the 5th of February. It will close the competition at midnight on Wednesday the 4th of February. So Laura, when are we back?
We'll be back the following Sunday.
Are we back every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Are we just coming back and back and back and back and back like a boomerang?
No, Sundays at 9.
Ever going to leave them in peace?
Should we not?
I don't
know.
think so. So, okay, we'll be back next Sunday at 9 AM and we'll let you know what you've been thinking of this bundle from your comments.
Yes.
So please do let us know what you're thinking about it. We'd love to hear your feedback, see what you're thinking. And we'll see you next week with a new Sunday Showcase. Do you know what we're doing?
Maybe something to do with woodwork.
Oh, that's a cheeky tease, isn't it? Okay, well, we'll see you next Sunday as well at 9 AM. Thank you very much from myself for watching today.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Bye.